Good afternoon, folks. It's Monday, it's cold outside, we're tired. Let's play some game demos. First up today is, of course, Pesticide Not Required. You might remember that game a week or two ago when I played that as well, but... So why am I playing again? Well, let me bring you up to the Steam page quickly. So, January 29th, which is right now in fact, is when they actually got rid of the prologue version, which I played last time, and they put out the official demo version with new characters, weapons, level awards, achievement shelf, and more cool stuff. It's also going to be part of Steam Next Fest, which is starting next week. And yes, I am going to be doing stream stuff for that. But yeah, let's get started. If you don't know, this is basically a game which is kind of a mix of Vampire Survivors and a farming sim. And this is like the little starting area we have right here. Got some new stuff in the back here. Not sure what this little thing is. Looks like a manta ray or some sort. Right over here is a little carpenter ant where you can buy stuff for your house. A table, green rug, and a red rug for the trophies that aren't there yet. Guessing that's for in the back room, I'm guessing. And there's exterior stuff, but that stuff is coming soon. Also, if you don't know, yes, you can pet the dog. And he very much likes it. Little kitchen here is where you can buy permanent upgrades between rounds, but I've already spent all the stuff if I could. It did play one round before this, just like make sure to unlock a bit of extra stuff, and unfortunately I did lose all the crystals I had invested in the prologue version, so starting back from scratch health wise, in terms of, you know, boosts and stuff. This is the Chiefo shelf where you can look at the achievements you got. I'm not exactly sure why these ones are all down here. This is probably bugged. These are like some of the things I got from the last run, including a couple of new abilities. Let's see if I can actually see, because they did have like some new level up rewards like Shrivel, which makes you attack longer and more often, but decreases your health and health regen. Also notice when you got summer and winter instead of spring and fall. Got 3 new frogs. We've got Striped Furog, which I need more crops and run to get. Probably gonna have to go all on the week to get that one. But Collier Frog and Furog? This guy, yeah. So yeah, we got Joe as usual, who has his tongue whip, which is totally from that game which doesn't have vampires in it. Regens health quicker, attacks quicker, and gains more experience. We got Collier, who's basically the mining version of that frog from the last game, from the prologue. In his case, he does more damage when he mines, he gets better mining yields, more ore spawns, and his mining changes go more drastic. But he starts with low damage and enemies give less loot. And for this thing, he has this new weapon, a little... what is it, a blade slinger? He gets more crop yield from missing health, gets more apples and better healing from it. His bad health regen doesn't regenerate, his max health doesn't change at all. Let's go with this little guy. Look at this little frog scooching his butt on the ground. What a silly little fella, huh? Yeah, in this one you got, instead of spring and fall, you got summer and winter. Nice breeze, great day for sledding, or level 2. Bring some sunscreen. Yeah, let's get going, frog. Yeah, this weapon here is a lawnmower blades, I think the game calls it. You just shoot them out. Sort of like a little boomerang effect, as you can see there. If I remember correctly, we don't get changes to max health, so I'm gonna go for Collector. Doesn't mean we take more damage, but other boosts we get are pretty good. So yeah, basically the big thing is we plant crops here, they grow, we have to occasionally water them, and harvesting gives us experience. Or you can also get experience by mining or by fishing up fish and collect an ores to drop money. Oh. Okay. I think if we get... I'm not sure if we can get a tiny bit of health regen if we grab the potion, but I'm gonna re-roll this level and we'll go with more fishing. That'll basically help us level up more. Oh, another level up. Yeah, improved pickaxe. And how about resistance? So we lose less health from getting beaten up. Ooh, there's a rock right now, nice. So I'm guessing our thing is that we want to get low health so we can get more out of our crops, but we don't want to get too low health and occasionally go after grabbing apples. Ooh, this gives more healing but less apple spawns. I'll go with wisdom for more experience though. I feel like that'll give us some more options in terms of gaining levels. And can we catch this fish before shop opens? There it goes. And every minute the store opens where you can buy stuff from a merchant. Got the water beam from the last game. We also got new ones. Bomb seed, which sends out explosive bombs in alternating vertical directions. And hay bale seed. I'll go with the water beam in this one since I haven't tried this one and I consider this one a bit of an old reliable. As for seeds, we'll go with, how about... both a bit of a mix. I should mention I have an option on, which means I automatically plant weapon seeds first, because those are generally going to be more useful than planting crops, because it actually gives us items. Blood sausage I think is actually going to be useless for us this time around, so let's go for the pickaxe. But yeah, if you want, actually realized I forgot to mention I didn't actually stream last week, and you might be wondering why, because there's a bit of a global strike going on for Palestine, so I didn't actually do much streaming last week, except for Saturday, which, if you didn't see it, that was a multi-world game I had with KL, had a bunch of other folks. So I was playing Mustache, which is, you might have guessed that's a rhythm game, and, you know, rhythm game isn't exactly the kind of thing you usually see in a multi-world or randomizer, but it's pretty fun, even if I did wind up getting a bit stuck at the end, because as one of the people had to finish their Kingdom Hearts 2 game to get the last music sheets I could get to play the final song. Yeah, pretty fun. Definitely most I played Mustache lately, because I really should play it more, but... And I feel like a lot of those songs of like the Electro Rave songs get kind of mixed together when you have like the hundreds to select from, but yeah. Yeah, I did play Saturday, which I know is technically like the tail end of the strike, but in my defense, it was a prior obligation, so I didn't want to just say, sorry guys, I have to back out right now. But yeah, you know, support Palestine, all that, they're being the victims of war crimes right now, you know. Anyway, yeah, I remember that well, time does stop for a bit if you take too long to starts up again. Oop. What's this, weed whacker? Interesting. And the first single pumpkin seed. Gonna have to wait for those to finish growing. Oh, there's one. Yeah, just looking at fasting ritual, right. Max health changes are basically not effective at all, so Ignis gives us everything and no penalties. More experience is always nice. Yeah, I like how most of the abilities so far were just like relatively farm or frog based things, and now you're just throwing explosives. Ooh. Here goes the weed whacker. Oh. Yeah, almost missed that giant grasshopper just eating my face. You know how it is. This one will go with long reach just for a bit of attack size and range. We'll go for a bigger weed whacker. Yeah, how things going for you folks? It's been going well. Oh yeah, and also Antler New England, I completely forgot to talk about that. It was a real blast. I saw a lot of good folks there. Let me try to remember who I saw there. Obviously I saw Varric. He's a streamer like me. He plays a lot of boomer shooters like Doom and stuff, and pretty cool blue werewolf. He's a pretty cool guy. I saw this pal Nero Husky there as well. The two of them were hanging out together and Nero took our picture. Saw my good pal Sarkany, or Connie. She's real sweet. He was there with her girlfriend Spartina, and we were hanging out for a bit. I'll boost this and oh, right, I meant to grab one of these as well. Oh well. I need a bit more land now, so let's get that along with about radishes. And got the big mantis in the way. Don't you hate it when you're trying to plant your garden and you just have a giant mantis that won't let you plant anything? I sure do. Ooh, bigger. Yeah, I'll get some knockback on that weed whacker. I like technically I make it more blunt, but go with, let's reroll. Sure, let's go fast. Makes our movement, projectiles, and enemies faster. Everyone's getting their coffee today, even my weapons. You know, just mix a bit of coffee in a water beam, pour some coffee in the weed whacker. It's all good. Once again, this isn't going to bother me as much because I basically don't get any health changes. Tackle box is always good because it makes our fishing more effective, and actually makes their changes to fishing more effective. Fishing yield, I think it was. This fish, and we got for us ant. Got some morning wisdom. Okay, let's go for toad oil since that's a new one. How about some yams? Let's use a bit of spare weight since we have the room for it. Yeah, let me just actually look for a second. Let me quickly remember who else I saw there. Let's see, I know I saw Redacted Cat. He's a pretty cool streamer. I like it. He's also done some art. He doesn't do as much of it, but it's still pretty cool. There's also... I also remember seeing Hey Fizzy J there. I was getting into line for a panel on weird furry games we might like. I will say that surprisingly, it actually wasn't as weird as I thought it would be. A lot of pretty big, more well-known, more generic furry games. It did have Super Lesbian Animal RPG in there, which, you know, I'll always give a big thumbs up for, but it's still pretty good. There's also Orange Shy. You might know that as that. Is it pretty sexy flamingo artist? She's pretty cool. She's also working on a visual novel. Well, I say her, they're actually non-binary, but they just give off some very powerful femme vibes to me. But yeah, I sort of spotted her as I was standing in line for that furry games panel. Well, they were walking by with some of the friends. I sort of waved. They didn't see me, but I couldn't really follow them because I was kind of couldn't really leave my line because otherwise I'd lose my place. Because those panels can get filled very quickly if you step out of line. Because panels tend to have like a limited amount of space, and if I stepped out of line, I probably would have lost my place. But yeah, I also saw Hey Fizzy J there also does some art. He was actually in the same line. I remember walking up to him and asking is this the line for the freight panel? And then when he said yes, they noticed it was on his badge. I was like, oh, hey, Fizzy J, cool, nice to meet you. Yeah, I've seen him a few times on Fox's stream, Fox in the Fedora. You know him because as I talk about him a little bit because I work on a podcast he's making. Currently working on episode 3 of season 3. We're real excited for that one. Yeah, and I also saw Rick Fox, who I attended his panel. I think it's more or less annual, where he basically shows off some weird stuff in old games. Because he was part of the cutting room floor. Always a good time to check stuff was out, like the Monster in My Pocket. There's like, what is the old version of Monster in My Pocket, some debug screens, and other neat stuff. Ooh, attack frequency, that'll be nice. And who else did I see? Oh, I also saw a friend of mine from middle school. His Benstro Flycon is his name. Yeah, it's just fun. I remember like several months ago, I just had someone message me on Twitter asking, hey, did you go to this place for middle school? And after a bit of talking, we figured out, yes, it was in fact him. And it was pretty awesome being able to just Realize, oh wait, this random person actually is a middle school friend of mine. Holy crap. And we can afford some more land. Seeds. Pet the dog. You also saw Charlotte Dragon, and she's a local furry of ours. She does like some large lady, some big lady art. Is basically to put it. That's how I put it. Basically, she does some neat art. And she follows me on Blue Sky, so you know, stop by just say hi to her. She's pretty cool. You know, obviously they're like I mentioned, Sarkany, Connie, and Spartina. Those are really cool. It's a friend of mine from like middle school, high school. Usually, two of us, and as well as a couple other kids, would get together to play games every once in a while. And she's transitioned like a few years ago and living a good life with her girlfriend. She's really sweet. She also got a very pretty persona and usually hang on VR chat as well. But yeah, really good time at Anthony Island. Saw a lot of good folks there. You know, what was I thinking about? Doing good, let me... Junkie would be interesting, but that would be a... What is that? Minus 30% damage because of the fact I can't gain more max health. So we'll go for helping out with the crops a bit. So I still do need that achievement for getting 400 crops, which will presumably get me a crop-focused frog. You know, sort of a different version of the fisher frog from the last version and the mining frog we have. And look at some potatoes, get a bit Irish. Yeah, like I said, I start up on episode 3 a couple days ago, and I already got some pretty good progress in the writing. Just, you know, one of those moods where you just really want to get writing and get stuff done. Partially because, you know, you're just feeling motivated, and partially because it just feels like there's a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to work on soon. But I'm not complaining. It's just good to be able to get a lot of writing in and just really feel motivated. And if only some of the actual employers would notice my talent and all want to hire me, huh? And maybe I could get some cool new assets and more emotes. I did hear Twitch has opened up a lot more animated emote slots, and it'd be great to get to use some of them, but you know, that requires convincing some of those suits out there that I'm worth it. I'm not complaining, just, you know. I mean, yes, I am complaining, but I have a reason to, so it's okay. Because the job sites aren't exactly being helpful, like, I think this one what is it, ZipRecruiter, their little quote-unquote AI assistant or whatever, who's like the zebra guy, I usually just keep getting like the same 3 or 4 jobs every day from him, and I keep getting jobs from data annotation, which want me to work on AI stuff, which, hell no. There's a new one. Less health regen for more healing and crop yield. I'll take that. Because we know anything, dogs love eating stuff. I mean, frogs. Frogs love eating stuff. This is absolutely frog. Ooh, lucky pendant for more crit chance. That's a new one. Get some more water. Aim for, because I really want to get to that 4-way. That's always a good one. Or 8-way. That's highest level. Go for grapefruit. Oh, and if you're my mom laughing at I think she's on the bike watching some comedy stuff, so don't mind her. She deserves a bit of a break. Her and Dad will really work doing a lot of clearing out the closet over the weekend. It was such a mess in her bedroom that my mom wound up sleeping in a downstairs guest bedroom / office instead of in her own bed. It's a lot of stuff going on there that weekend for them. But it's just about over now, so they're just taking it easy. I do feel like I get a little bit healing with the furog. Furog. However you want to pronounce this little guy's name. More crop yield. Which indirectly is the boost to our experience. Ooh, big stack of coins. This little frog has got to get rich so he can plant all the crops and get all the land. Yeah, Pesticide Not Required is always pretty good. It's been a pretty good one. Definitely played a lot of it. One of those games where I play the demo a lot before I actually buy the actual game, it feels like. Not that I can't buy the game because, you know, this isn't even out yet. Nice and beefy and damn, 3 levels. 4 levels, my goodness. 5 levels, holy moly. 6 levels. That's just devilish. Oop. Give me that pet. And another level. Yep, let's get a fellow dog. I mean, a pet dog to help us get the loot. And look at a cat. Grr, woof, woof, woof. Yeah, I know, the floppy frog really is cute. And welcome in Squonky. And let's get some upgrade for our Merblade at last. Yeah, this is like a update version of the demo where it has like some new items and frogs and stuff. It's an original game. On the original demo. Yeah, this one is called furog. He basically gets more crop yield when his health is low, and gets some boosts to health, which apple spawns and changes, apple healing. He has poor regen, and he can't adjust as how much health he has at all. Yeah, that definitely is a cute name for this little guy. I'm gonna have to ask Mom what she's watching in the other room. She's laughing. She's cracking up. Right hand. It's always nice to be able to attack quicker, especially with kind of attacks just attack everything around you. For these ones because health boosts aren't really as important for us. Well, health penalties aren't that bad for us is more what I mean. Enrichment as well because health penalties aren't bad at all. Go for lust, embrace the power of that one pal which invades your base because it wants to bang your character. Yeah, I definitely heard about Pal World, and the most I'll say about it is that if I do get it'll be after all the discourse has died down and people stop screaming on both sides, because the internet makes people much more civilized, is what I'll say. And sometimes people just gotta calm down, even if they're right. Okay, we'll go for a more Weed Whacker this level. How about... and grapefruit. Because yeah, I have heard it's a fun game, and you know, and yes, I've heard that it may or may not be plagiarizing some Nintendo stuff, and yes, I've heard everything else about it, like the AI and crypto accusations, but calm down. The more I hear about it, the more I just want to stick my head in the sand until I suffocate. I mean, and I will say, just for the record, that yes, I have played one of their first games, Craftopia, which is basically a Breath of the Wild sort of clone-ish sort of game. Most remember that back in the day because it was like when it was first released in early access. It still is in early access, by the way, just as a little. It's just a little thing to point out. Weed Whacker, what do we want? We'll go for more damage. I remember back when release, I was still doing some writing work for Tech Raptor, which little video game news website, and I was doing some guides work for it. And so I think I remember at one point in the game I basically learned that if you scare the tutorial NPCs from little little dock where you start at, you can place down some harvester machines which let you harvest animal products to slowly kill them. Then when you come back, those NPCs will automatically put in the machines so you can get human milk and eggs from the NPCs, which, you know, very unfortunate implications there for getting milk and eggs from human NPCs. And I've heard it's changed a lot now, like how the goblins, instead of being uni assets, look a lot more like they're inspired by some Zelda stuff, but again, I haven't played the game a long while, so I can't really speak about that. Or how similar it is to Pal World. I kind of don't wonder, because if I do, then I'll get involved in the discourse. And the discourse usually involves a lot of people screaming at each other. And there we go, there's Wee Whacker really in action. Strength potion, always nice. And look at all those pumpkins. Man, it reminds me of that Lasagna Cat where it starts off with like John talking about these big, fat, orange, girthy pumpkin. And then it just like has like a video where it's I can show you the world, but the plant is a pumpkin and stuff. Those videos are always wild. Man, I get tons of levels from harvesting the crops. I think one of my favorites, and the first I actually saw, was the one where it's like Garfield is about to knock Odie's slates out with a bone, but then John steps in, so Garfield just innocently starts scratching his back with it. And then it literally turns into a Final Fantasy VI battle which ends with Garfield's Lasagna cast meteor killing John and Odie and reviving Garfield. Then after that, Jim Davis joined the party, because at the end of every one of those, it just had like Jim Davis's smiling face pop up. But I think what the best part was that on the map screen, it briefly went to like this little status window, tried to look at the spells Jim Davis has, and it just like a little noise that basically told us that he doesn't have any cool special skills or anything. And also he had very terrible stats for a level 99 character. Just a very funny little stealth dig at the end, basically saying that, yeah, I don't think the plate mail is going to help us, as cool as it is. Or more resistance gives us more health. Basically saying that he has terrible stats and no skills. And maybe a bit of toad oil. And I think one more should be enough for us to get level 5 on this. I want to get the crop growth speed so we can get through all our seeds. Because again, the more we harvest, the more we gain experience on this on our frog. And I think at this point we can go for experience gain over coin gain, because we're getting at the point where money isn't really as important anymore. Because we've got all the field expansions, and now we just need to get these. Chance and mining speed, sure. And yeah, the main reason I didn't want to take any piercing upgrades with the Mower Blade is because at the last level you get one which gives you plus 999 piercing. Which, as you can guess, basically invalidates all the other piercing upgrades you could get with that. Don't mean I just want to hug that praying mantis for a bit to lose a bit of health so I can get some more crop yield buff. Should be good. Yeah, look at all these coins they're just leaving around. Very nice. Nope. This mantis down. And I'll take the toucan because I got quite a bit of watering already. Just bombs left. Okay, so buy all the bombs, buy these, and buy everything else out. Oh, I know some of these fishing spots are sparkling now. I guess that's a sign that's where the really good fish are. And speaking of fishing, let's get a gig for more fishing yield and damage. And max level bombs. Obviously gotta go more damage. Let's grab the big frog quick. Yeah, I'm guessing that the sparkling fishing spot is one of the things they added in the demo update. Because I don't remember that in the when I played this before. Some more damage. So remember, we don't have to knock them back if they're dead. Might go for watering speed upgrade at this point. It's definitely getting a little bit of trouble watering all these. Bigger cans, mostly for the attack damage, but the water cap is always nice as well. Strength potion. I'll take more damage. Yeah, it's getting to the point where I'm so powerful it's getting hard to purposely damage myself for the benefit. Yeah, more experience. More experience. The frogs adopt that whole Buddhist thing of desiring nothing. Except enlightenment. There you go, nimble fingers, that'll help out with watering all these crops. Okay, there we go, that little beating from Big Ol' Mantis should help out. Also, apparently I heard that the Suicide Squad Early Access came out recently, but it's been disconnected because apparently when people play, they instantly get all the achievements for the game or something along the lines of that. Pretty big mess up there. A crit chance. It's very good. We can go for the critical gambit. Yeah, I definitely remember seeing a lot of previews in it. People were a little uncertain about it, like whether it's CY or just the mixed actual written previews. But yeah, usually when a game gets like that, that's not a good sign. Hey, there we go, 400 crops in a run. Our furog definitely did really help out here. Good boy. Or girl, whatever gender this frog is. Yep, get another cat. Yeah, if I didn't see last time we played this, the other three frogs beside Joe was one who gets bigger attacks the more he fishes, one that starts out with a bunch of minions, he gets more of them every time he pets and gets more of them every time he gets a second one whenever he gets one. So like if I got an elephant, I get 2 instead of 1. And there's one who gains experience from watering crops. Instead we've got this little guy here, that one that's good at mining, and the one we just unlocked I'll have to take a look at after this one. Yeah, sure, more fishing. And we're experience for crop first. Look, if it's something I can actually make use of, aka not involving my max health, I'll just take it. Investment came way too late. Yeah, the crit chance one actually isn't that useful because his critical gambit makes it less effective, but I'll take it anyway. I'm getting tons of experience just every time I grab these crops. I'm having trouble keeping up with all these levels. Yeah. That feeling when really can't handle your gains. Yep. Bigger size, bigger water, bigger bombs. Everyone been good earlier on, but we're right at the end, so we don't really need that. More damage. More damage. You're just going wild now. They'd say we've won this run. Even with our health difficulties, we've done really good. Dr. Spainwood Fell's been good for us since it makes apples more common, and we really want to make use of those since we can't heal that well otherwise. Yeah, I think this may be the highest level I've actually gotten in a run, actually. Yeah, just make use of the fact we're slightly beaten up so we get more from our crops. And just really focus on crops as well so we get tons of levels. What's gonna reward for victory? Coming macro. Now really top dog. I mean top frog. And the game's still making level up noises as we're finishing up. That means you unlock Winter 2, which is probably the hardest difficulty here so far. An achievement for unlocking Winter, for beating Winter 2 is just good job, smiley face. Oh, there's also an achievement for beating one without getting hit. That's gonna be interesting. I'm guessing these things are supposed to show how many times you got something in your last run, I guess, but not formatted very well, so I'm imagining that's gonna be something that's gonna be fixed in a patch in a bit. Let's spend some of these. Actually, let me take a look at the new frog that we unlocked. Let's see. Instantly matures crops after fishing or mining, more ores and fish. Crops grow very slowly and can't boost the crop boost speed as much. Interesting. I've got to plant crops, run away to go mine or fish, and then come back to harvest. Neil starts out with a weed whacker. Interesting. I think I'll try that one. Yeah, since the winter is really focused on mining and fishing, let's give him a couple boosts of that. Yeah, sure, but projectile speed as well. Winter 2, frostbite warning. Yep, there it goes. Instantly spawned as soon as we picked up that fish. You know, definitely gonna want to focus on getting things that'll give us some more ore and help us get through ore and stuff quicker, because otherwise we're gonna be going really slow. Still does grow just a tiny bit, but very, very slowly. Yeah, I'm getting boots that we can run to and from the crops faster. Weed Whacker's pretty nice. You can just really tear through a bunch of the weaker enemies when it's active like that. I do like how Winter actually does sort of show you where you're supposed to go if you want to fish. It actually shows spots where the fish pop up. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Every time you catch a fish, we'll get a bit of fishing speed, which will really help scale up nicely. Look at that, we actually managed to catch all our crops this time around. Normally you have to have a little bit of leftover wheat or something. We'll go with both of these. Since they grow instantly, let's just get some pumpkins. Well, instantly once we do some harvesting. Nice level 2 practice makes perfect. It'll definitely make fishing really easy to get boosted up. Sorry if I do sound a bit stuffy. I have a bit of con crud, I think. Like not like COVID or anything, just a little stuffy. And sore throat and all that. Pretty sure it's not COVID. It's not nearly that serious, just feeling a tiny bit gross. Yeah, going with less mainly for the slight boost damage. Although, a tiny bit of growth speed won't hurt. Just in those rare cases I don't have anything to fish up or mine. Yeah, let's go for a little bit of resistance this time. That's our crop, so time to just go fishing for non-crop based purposes. Which of course we'll be practicing so we can get even better at fishing. Yeah, like I said the first time I played this Pesticide Not Required is quite a bit of fun. And I just realized nimble fingers may not be that useful since, I have that weird gimmick with how I go. Ooh, cat will buy that. And I think I'll go with boosting the Weed Whacker. That'll help us fight off enemies. This will probably give us a level. How big it is. No, but close. It'll actually be useful since the more fish and ore we get, the faster we grow crops. Because of how striped guy works. Strength potion. Let me stop for a sec just to get some water. There we go. Figures as soon as I start talking about my bit of con credits really comes in. Hopefully we'll be fine for Wednesday, because that's when my big affiliate anniversary is, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing that day, but, it's definitely going to be fun. And, of course, I have incentives, which I have posted on my Discord and Twitter. The link's right down below if you want to go look for them. Let's get these last rocks, and let's go see what the ant's selling. The sides are fun. I'm gonna go for the hay bales. Definitely killing enemies by running them over with hay bales. Yeah, between runs I might just go pop some cold medicine just to help with the stuffiness that's really coming in all of a sudden. Still be playing through today, but just a little bit of inconvenience. Longer attacks, sure. Let's make a bit more money, so let's keep mining. Let's get these last few. These pumpkins. Yeah, go for big size. Cut everything up. Water beam, and how about grapefruit? Yeah, I definitely gotta upgrade my plots though. I'm gonna need more space if I want to get anything done. It's gonna require some good money, and right, it was the other frog who has the less enemy loot drops. But yeah, like I was saying, well, you know, there's a whole controversy about power going on. I have heard it's fairly well put together, and you know, people have been having a good bit of fun with it. Like I've been watching good old Josh from Let's Game It Out having a lot of fun with it, you know, like building a ridiculously large tower out of walls, using his pallets even more than a usual player should, capturing a human and butchering them for meat. When I put it like that, it almost sounds like RimWorld. Well, the last one, I mean. Cat's gonna be more useful since watering doesn't come up nearly that often with this character. Because yeah, I know like a lot of people are disturbed by the fact you can capture humans, put them to work, and then even butcher them for meat with the use of the meat cleaver, but that just sounds like RimWorld stuff. And I don't see people blinking an eye at that sort of stuff. They're probably all upset because they see, you know, it's supposed to be a Pokemon-like game and, you know, the whole discourse about it. I'm assuming. I think yield would be good. It's fun to get some more space. Let's go for some better hay bales, as well as radishes. Yeah, stuff does feel like a bit of a tougher frog to play as. Yeah, I am legitimately curious. It wasn't the fact that people are always seeing as like a Pokemon ripoff or something. I mean, would they complain about the fact you could capture and butcher humans? I don't know. I mean, when we'd see something like that in RimWorld, we just sort of laugh it off as how screwed up the game can get. But Palworld, some people get really angry about it. I don't know. And again, I talk more about it, but I don't want to get involved in the discourse. You know, people flood my chat to scream at me for supporting or not liking Palworld. The other side I'm gonna be on, someone's gonna scream at me. And I don't need that stress in my life. I just want to farm and fight giant bugs, for God's sake. Ooh, more fishing spawns, I'll take that. Could definitely use some mining upgrades, to be honest, so I could get more money, but at least with the fishing spawns I can get. Practice makes perfect proccing more often, so I can get more money. I mean, more fishing speed. Go with more pitchforks, and I'm gonna go with more wheat. Getting some of the moths down at least. I think those are moths. Actually, are those bees? I mean, kind of look a little like both to me. Hunter-gatherer, sure. And I say that when I'm already near death because of all these enemies surrounding me, but I can juke them. I can juke him totally. I'm not owned. And if I do lose, it's the fault of the bloggers and stuff. Yeah, I heard about that, how the day before devs came back to be all like, it's a blogger's fault, our game failed and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're thinking or planning. Here are ones. Very much has the energy of the old drill tweet where he's like, I'm not owned, I'm not owned. I scream as I slowly shrivel up into a corn cob. Yeah, that game was a mess, and now they're just... Now it just feels like they're doing everything wrong and trying to be professional and just not look suspicious or weird. It's like, this is why people think your game is a secretly big scam day before devs. Well, specifics are more like the two brothers who ran the company, from what I remember. They're apparently the ones who caused a lot of the problems and also were doing a lot of the PR stuff. You know, public relations, but the relationship are more like a bitter divorce about to happen. Kind of where plates and glasses get thrown around and there's a lot of yelling and the kids are crying. The kids in this case being the employees they treated badly. Oh, can I just squeeze out of there? Yeah. Yeah, I still have no idea how it managed to be with the top wish listed game on Steam when it... Oh well. No, like I said, this guy was a bit of a weird one. I definitely feels like gotta boost up your fishing and mining to be able to do good with that one. And I was only getting one of the two, but let's try out the miner frog real quick. Again, his thing is that it gets more damage boost every time he mines ore. It's more from mining and more spawns. His mining speed goes up quicker, but it does less damage and enemies drop less loot. And as you can see, his starting weapon, high explosives. Which at least feels fitting for a miner, even if, you know, frog with bombs definitely feels kind of strange. It's like I said, it's usually a mix of farming equipment or something that feels frog related, like a tongue or water beam. Instead, this frog's just throwing around high explosives. It's like that's not a good thing to be throwing around on the farm, Mr. Frog. Now I'm really looking for mining buffs. Oop. Gotta get these watered. Go. Unfortunately, some of my random throwing is going to be a bit of an issue. Especially when trying to aim at these guys. But we can sort of compensate by throwing out attacks more quickly. Alright, what do you got for us? Got a boomerang and a water jet. And actually, I feel like I can get more land already. We got a lot of ore from there, so do that. But also, I heard that apparently that someone who helped work on what was it, Stardew Valley 1.5 is making their own sort of farming sim. It's I forget the name of it exactly. Let me actually look it up now because I'm really curious. And, you know, if you don't look up something like that, it's just going to stick in your mind and drive you wild. It's like, I'm just sort of peeking for on either screen here while I'm playing. It is... Oh, not Critter Cove. Oh, there we go, improved pickaxe. Definitely want that. Gotta get that radium pickaxe ASAP. Pixelshire. I know it started with an A. No, not Psycho Patrol R, although I really do want to play that game since it's made by the same folks as Cruelty Squad. Cruelty Squad is already Wild Trip. Not Pony Island 2. Is Sunkissed City. Here it is. Yeah, by Mr. Podunkin is the developer and publisher. Apparently they also worked on a game called Merry Gear Solid, which is basically a little Christmas Metal Gear Solid style game where you're like Santa trying to sneak into a house to deliver presents. And some other cool stuff as well, but yeah, looking forward to that one. It looks like it could be pretty cool. Yeah, let's quickly try and catch a couple fish before the day ends. Oh. Man, some of these coins don't even seem to be actually giving me any cash, it seems like. Capybara, I'll take you. Capybara's are always nice and cool and chill. And some potatoes. I do like how apparently Herb fertilized the crops or whatever by just eating a watermelon on top of them. If you see these little animations, just a little melon pops up and just munches on it. I also think there's some new rocks, which I think some of them have like gemstones in them. At least that's what some of them look like. Let's get the... Oh. And yeah, I definitely will return back to Stardew Valley when 1.6 comes out. I may return sooner, to be honest, though, because I know we haven't played in a while, but I don't know, it just might be fun to go back to that sometime. Besides, sometimes I do feel like I'm running out of like extra stuff of new games to play, because you know I don't make that much money, and whether it be from Twitch or from other stuff. Right, let's go for the rocks because that gives us more money, and because remember, more money. Well, more rocks means more damage. We'll go for more attack frequency at least. Go for more water shots. Land. I should go for 2 this time around. Yeah, he just walks over to it, melon appears, eats it, and boom, now the crop is growing better. That's Capybara way. Just eat melon, make things better. Yeah, this rock looks like it has like some gems of some sort in there, which I assume is another thing that was added in this version. It's like you can see like different ripple sizes as well to see which ones are better and which aren't. I would get the pan for mining yield, but I really like having fish and mining be good because it's one of them gives experience and the other gives gold, so I want to be able to get a little bit of both at least. Sacrificing one for the other seems like one of the short-term gains that you know CEOs like do with all the layoffs in the gaming industry. They've definitely heard about. It's not good for us game designer folks. I say us game designer folks when the one game I'm working on is still languishing in early access, and you know stuff if I've done actually has gone out there just a podcast. I'm trying to get some more bombs, but yeah, let's just lock it in as our 5th. Yeah, some of you might remember Monochrome, which I worked on. Well, Monochrome RPG Chapter 1, which I remember playing a while back on Steam because I was excited for the Next Fest demo, and that demo literally soft locked on me like a couple times, I think. Once on stream, and I tried a couple times off stream, and it just kept doing that. And yeah, it's still in early access. It was supposed to release its full version last year, but it's still stuck there. Wonder what that company's doing now. Last I remember, they were doing like some metaverse stuff, which in their case is apparently like having virtual office spaces for companies or virtual websites or meeting spaces, which I don't really understand what that meant anyway, and these other little tasks were giving people golden mushrooms for, which I just always roll my eyes at because it's like, it says like, we're adults, you don't have to, you can pay us in dollar bills, not gold mushrooms. Yeah, and I really wish it did actually go through with making the game instead of just like deciding to do all this other weird stuff, and that doesn't have to do with game making. I mean, yes, I know you need to pay the bills, but you can do it in a way which doesn't leave your game languishing in early access forever. Grab some cash. I think I'm good without another elephant. I'll go with more scythes though. Delicious yams. Good job, Cappy. And just keep mining, trying to get all the damage boosts we can, and all the money, of course. Nice. Yeah, it definitely feels like getting less experience this run compared to some other characters, but, you know, like Furog. But and I feel like the fishing frog would be getting more experience as well, because, you know, he's all about fishing, and that gives you all the experience. I'll go for more water capacity, especially since we are getting into some bigger fields now. Water beam, and how about some grapefruit? And a single potato. Oh yeah, sure. More watering, I guess. And the problem with not getting much from fishing is also a little experience that I'm also not getting that many mining upgrades. I mean, Beefy's always a good one since, you know, boosts your health, boosts your damage, and makes your attacks actually hit more, so that's one I rarely skip up. Just keep on mining. At the very least, our attack should be doing good damage because we're doing a lot of mining, which boosts our damage every time we get rock mined. That's at least a plus side. Get more for shopping. There we go. Ooh, hang on, Marchant. Let me just get that big pile of coal. There we go. Oh, sorry, Marchant. Got a little excited at the bomb throwing. Yeah, I have been looking at some other games, but there's one game that I might be trying out which is free, but it'll depend on how copyrighted the material is, because there's some stuff on there which is definitely meme based or copyrighted, so I'd have to figure out how much I could actually play without getting in trouble. There is a streamer mode, but there's other stuff which I'm not 100% sure if I'd get in trouble for it. Yeah, still, yeah, it'd really help if I got the, what is it, the self-sharpening pickaxe. That would give me more. That would cause my thing to increase my speed every time I mine a rock as well, but all I'm getting is more ore yields every day, which is fine, but you know, it'd stack really nicely if I did get it along with the other one. Alright, and that's our crops. Go. One more boomerang, sure. Oh, that costs all my money, okay. I see, the miner's poor. Despite the fact he mines the earth for lots of precious metals, he actually makes little money for himself. You know, something, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. I was considering greed because again I need more money, but I really don't want to get at the cost of experience. There's a decent pile. Two more rocks. And one more. Hey, we finally have more than 6k in this round, so that's pretty nice. A bit more land because it keeps getting more expensive every time, and I really want to get it while it's cheap. All those, and how about some grapefruit? Yeah, you wouldn't think there'd be this many bugs in the winter, but you know, you also probably didn't think that a frog would get really invested in mining. Oh, get these weapons because I really need more weapons. There we go. A couple more levels in the old boomerang. Oh geez, big spider. Just realized what that was. Let's go a bit of move speed, just so we can get around quicker and grab all our stuff that we need. Oh nice, level 9 boomerang. Which means you get 999 piercing. Do you ever need to make use out of all 999 of that? Probably not. Sorry about that, just had to sneeze. Get those, and how about some radishes? Yeah, again, definitely gonna be grabbing a bit of cold medicine for I play in the next demo. Next game also is a new demo as well, I think. It had an older demo which got taken down and got placed in an update version, so yeah, more relatively new content for this one. This next demo. Bigger mirror slash. And maxed out in that too. Again, at least we're getting good damage because we keep getting boosts to it due to our mining. What do we got? I really use the golden retriever. I wish you could reroll the things you get from the chest sometimes. At least your elephant's been doing good work keeping the crops watered. Another freaking elephant. I don't think I need that many more of those. Yeah, it's funny. Even though the mining frog should be good at getting money, he doesn't have that much money at all for anything. Maybe because so many of these coins I'm seeing are dropped by enemies, so that means they're worth very little. At least that's what I'm thinking. Oop. Max water beam just in time. More explosives. More explosives. Ooh, there's a lot of rocks. Let's get all these ones. Man, this really is a low level run. Only level 25. I say that with like 3 days left, but still. You know, Sloth might have been useful for this run because of the experience of coin game, but... Oh geez, got stuck on a tree for a bit. All the crops camp before I go shopping. Okay, so 5 bombs, max on this. And buy a single yam. There we go, at least we'll be able to max out our weapons before the game ends. Jeez, we've been pretty poor in terms of getting money for stuff. Yeah, just thinking again, tomorrow's our big affiliate anniversary, which of course has like some incentives and stuff, which again, this is my Discord, but I think they're ones I used from the last time I had a big subathon event where if get enough subs, I'll drink Pilk or get some art done of Mech in a maid suit, or maid outfit, because you know, I'm sure some of you folks want to see something as silly and cute like that. And of course I got some Bean Boozled beans still for that as well, so it can still make me potentially eat a barf flavored jelly bean. Or is barf one of the flavors, or I think they're a dishwasher's one though. Or toothpaste. So you know, that's definitely a possibility, but on Friday I'm gonna try a Brutal Orchestra, which is a game I've heard good things about. Also apparently the creator's trans femme I heard, so that's pretty cool. I think I heard about it because I'm gonna be doing a little event in the future, which is celebrating diversity in video games, and someone brought a Brutal Orchestra as a good game to play for that event. Think about it, maybe I should save it for that event, but then again I was going to play Celeste for the event, so we'll see. I guess it depends on like how much content I get out of Celeste. We'll see. And finally we've maxed out our weapons, so we can relax a little bit on having to get money. On day 14, literally a day and a half for the end. Attack duration, sure. Yes, make use of the fact that the side effects seem to be practically constant now, or at least very long lasting to cure these guys. Dawn of the final day. 1 minute remains. Sure, I'll buy a good dog. Some raspberries. I mean, none of these are going to be that important, but I'll grab the toucan since I don't have one yet. In just 30 seconds we'll win. Yeah, short just really makes you realize how important crops are to gaining levels as well as fishing, but yeah. This has been a very experience-starved run. That may not even hit level 30, depending on how fast it takes these raspberries to grow. Yep, we don't even hit level 30, geez. But that doesn't matter because we're Wumbo now, which means bugs fear us. Bugs fear us, fish fear us, or fears us. And we got achievements 502, which gives us the reward, good job. Yeah, unlocked. Good job. Smiley face. And 500 gems, which we can of course use for upgrading. But yeah, it's Pesticide Not Included demo, which is different from the prologue in that there's more to it. Anyways, see you folks next time on stream. By that I mean, if you're watching the Twitch VOD, sorry, I'm a little foggy brain with my sickness, but we're gonna go into our next game now. I'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.